pupils? I'm also doing fine. By names, I am Judith Akotogina from Manyata Primary School. We are going to learn about multiplication and division of problems involving money, that is shillings and cents. Before we go to today's lesson, I would like to ask you some few questions. And when I ask you the questions, if you believe that it is multiplication, you will stand up. And if you know the question wants you to use division, then you will remain seated. My number one question is, I buy 4 apples for shillings 25 each. How much do I spend? That is good, class. At least almost all of you knows that we are going to use multiplication to arrive at our answer. Mary, which is the correct answer after you have multiplied? Okay, that is very correct. We will have to spend, or I will have to spend 100 shillings. Question number 2. I go to the cinema with a friend and spend 1,000 shillings on 2 tickets. How much is 1 cinema ticket? Very good, class. At least most of you know that we are going to use division to derive our answer. Jane, what do you think is the answer? Correct. 500 shillings. We use division. Now we come to our today's lesson. As I had said, our today's lesson is going to be on multiplication and division involving money, that is shillings and cents. I would like to give the first example. The first example we have here is 82 shillings and 50 cents. 82 shillings and 50 cents multiplied by 8. When we start multiplying, we are going to start multiplying from the cents column. So which means 0 times 8 is 0. 8 times 5 is correct, 40. So we are going to write 0. Where are we going to take 4, class? Okay, Christopher. Good. The 4 that remains will be carried to the shillings column. The reason being that 1 shilling is equals to 100 cents. So 400 cents that we get here, when changed to shillings, will give us 4 shillings and 0 cents. And that is why we have 0 and 0. So we are going to carry forward the 4 shillings to the shillings column. From the shillings column, we start with the digit in the ones place value. 8 times 2 is, correct, John, it is 16. But remember, we had carried 4 shillings. So 8 times 2 is 16 shillings. Added to the 4 that we carried, we will get 20 shillings. So we write 0 and we carry 2. Then we multiply 8 times 8. 8 times 8 times 8. 8 times 8 will give us 8 times 8 will give us 64. But remember, we had carried 2. from the shillings column. Now, we have 6. When we look at the first digit, it is 5. If you have 5 shillings and you have 6 children, you cannot give any. Then we move to the second digit, which is 9. So our amount will now be 59. So if I have 59 shillings and 6 children, how much will I have to give? I will give 9 shillings. 9 times 6 will give me 54. Then I subtract. 9 minus 4 is 5. 5 minus 5 is 0. Here I have 5 shillings and I have 6 children. I cannot divide. So I will have to drop down. I will have to drop down 9 so that I have 59 shillings. So 59 shillings and I have 6 children. I will have to give each child 9 shillings. 9 times 6 is 54. So the remainder here, after giving out 99 shillings to each of the 6 children, I will remain with 5 shillings. The 5 shillings, we will have to change it into cents. Remember what I told you when you were carrying. So this time round, we have to change the 5 shillings into cents. And that is the reason why we are multiplying by 100. So 5 times 100 will give us 500. But remember previously, we had 40 cents. So my 500, I will add to the 40 cents that I have. So my new amount is going to be 540 shillings to be divided to my 6 children. So I move here, I have 5 shillings, 6 children, I cannot divide. I move to the next digit, which is 4, so I have 54 cents. When I have 54 cents, to divide to the 6 children, I will give each child 9 cents. So 9 cents times 6 children will give me 54 cents. But remember, I still have a 0 up here. So I drop my 0. 54 minus 54 is equals to 0. But I still have 0 digit here. So I move down the 0 down there. So I have 0 shillings. So if I have nothing, which is equals to 0, I will give nothing to the 6 children. So I write 0 up there. 0 times 6 will give me 0. And eventually, I remain with 0. So when we divide 599 shillings and 40 cents to 6 children, you will have to give 99 shillings and 90 cents. Anybody with a question? Have you all understood what I have said? Yes. Now, class, I want you to do, I want you to work out these sums. You have multiplication and you also have division. So I'm giving you 5 minutes to do the first one. You are very fast. So can we work out the first number together? Remember what I had said. Multiplication, we start from the cents side. So 5 times 6 plus is equals to 30. So we write 0 and we carry 3. 6 times 1 is 6. But remember, we have carried 3 cents. So to the 6 cents, we add the 3 cents that we had carried. So we get 9. So meaning 15 cents times 6 will give us 90 cents. Then in the ones place value we have 4 shillings. 4 times 6 is equals to 24. What have we carried, class? We have carried forward 2. We move to the times place value. We have 3. 3 times 6 is equals to 18. But remember, we had carried 2. So 18, we add to 2. Then we get what, class? What have you got? Very correct, 20. So we write 0. And then we carry 2. Then in the hundreds place value is 9 shillings. So 9 times 6 is 54. But remember, we had carried 2. So 9 times 6 is 54. 54 plus 2 is equals to 56. So how many got the answer correct? Very good. Clap for yourselves. Then we move to the second one. I'm also giving you 5 minutes to do the second number. I want to see who is faster. Paul is already through. I can see Johnson is up. Christine at the corner. Florence, the other side. I can see nearly all the hands up. So can we do it together, class? We start from the ones column. We have 4 cents. When we multiply 4 by 9, we get 36. We write 6 and we carry 3. Then we have 9 times 2, which is 18. Plus the carried 3, we will get 21. So 216 cents. We are not going to write the 216, but we are going to change it into shillings and cents. So when we change 216 into shillings and cents, we are going to get 2 shillings and 16 cents. So 16 we are going to write in the cents column. Then we are going to carry 2 to the shillings column. We have 9 times 7. 9 times 7 is 63. 63 plus 2, we are going to get 65. We carry 6 to the next column. 9 times 3 is 27. 27 plus 6 will give us 33. So we write 3, we carry 3. 9 times 2 is 18. 18 plus the carried 3 will give us 21. So when you multiply 237 shillings and 24 cents by 9, then you are going to get the answer as 2,135 shillings and 16 cents. How many did not get it right? I can see Christine over there. So at least you can now understand where you went wrong. Is it correct, Christine? Have you got where you went wrong? Okay, good. Number 3, now we are going to do division. We are going to look at examples dealing with division. The first one is 98 shillings and 10 cents, which is to be divided by 9. So in the first column, we have 9 shillings. 9 shillings, 9 children. How much will you give each child? 1. 1 times 9 is equals to 9. You subtract. You remain with 0. But there is still 8 up there. So we bring down 8. 8 shillings, 9 children. Automatically, if you give, it means you give 8 children. We cannot divide 8 shillings to 9 children. So what do? You have to convert the 8 shillings into cents by multiplying by 100. 8 times 100 will give us 800 cents. 800 cents, remember previously we had 10. So in total, we are going to have 810 cents. 8 cents cannot be given to 9 children. So we move to the next digit. When we move to the next digit now, we have 81 cents. 9 children, 81 cents. Or 81 cents to be divided to 9 children. How much will you give each child? I will give each child 9 cents. 9 times 9, 81. 81 minus 81 is 0. But remember, you still have a 0 up there, so you bring that a 0 down. Now, I don't have any cents. What will I give the 9 children? I will give the 9 children nothing. 0 times 9 is equals to 0. So when I subtract, I will remain with nothing. So it therefore means that when I divide 98 shillings and 10 cents, I will get I will give each child 10 shillings and 90 cents. 10 shillings and 90 cents. How many got the answer correct? Priscilla, your hand is down, but after we have done it, at least you know where you went wrong. I'm giving you another, now 3 minutes, at least you've known what to do. So can you take 3 minutes to do number 4? Are you through, class? Okay, let's do it together. So we have 243 shillings and 0 cents to be given to 12 children. 2 shillings, 12 children. You cannot give. It will bring fights. So you move to the next column. Now we have 24 shillings to be given to 12 children. How many will you give? How much will you give? You will give 2 shillings. When I give 2 shillings, it means that 2 times 12 is equals to 24. You subtract 24 minus 24, you will get 0. You drop down 3. 3 shillings, 12 children. Si watapigana? So what do I do to the 3 shillings? I change the 3 shillings into cents by multiplying by 100. Which will give us 300 cents. You add, you will still get 300 cents. So 12 children, 30 cents. How much will we give? We will give 2 shillings, 2 cents. 2 cents times 12 will give us 24 cents. You subtract 30 cents minus 24 cents, you will get 6. But remember, you have a 0 up, so you drop it down. You still have 60 cents. 60 cents are given to 12 children. You will give each child 5 cents, which is equals to 60. You will have a remainder as nothing. So class, when we divide, we will get, you realize that you will give each child 2 shillings and 20 shillings and 25 cents. So class, I would like to remind ourselves about certain words in word questions dealing with multiplication and division. If you remember, the first 2 questions I asked before we started our lesson. The first question I asked was, I buy 4 apples for 25 shillings each. How much do I spend? And our question number 2 was, I go to the cinema with a friend and spend 100 shillings on 2 tickets. How much is 1 cinema ticket? Remember, in our next topic, we are going to do word problems. So I would like to remind ourselves that whenever you come across a question with each, then please use multiplication. Then our second question, it didn't have that word, but when you get the word share, then please, you will not forget to use division. So when you master those 2 words, each for multiplication and division, and share for division, you'll never go wrong when you are going to work out word problems in mathematics. Now class, we have talked of money. You are dividing to some children. You are multiplying or giving out to some children. Now, where does our money come from? Where do we get this money that you want to divide to your children, you want to use for buying something? Can you tell me? Okay. Jane at the corner. Birthday. Presents. Yes, Violet? Okay. You have said your father goes to work and then at the end of the month, he earns some money. Whatever he earns is called salary. Brian? Brian. Okay. Gambling is a method of getting money, but it is not a good method. Okay, let us look at some of the ways by which we can get money. Number one is wages. When do we get wages? Wages, you can get it daily. You work that day and you are paid. Wages, you can be paid weekly. Then we move to salary. Violet told us that her father gets money at the end of the month after having worked. What her father gets is called a salary. Salary can be got monthly. Then we have birthday. Money got from birthday. When you have a birthday celebration, then some people tend to give you presents in form of money. Birthday. How many people do birthdays twice in a year? Okay. So birthday only happens once in a year. So it therefore means that birthday, money got from birthday is got yearly. Then interest. When you put your money in the bank, in a savings account, it will earn what we call interest. It will earn what we call interest. And interest is also calculated monthly. So it is money that you get monthly out of your savings in the bank. Then we have child benefits. Child benefits can be given monthly. It's normally given monthly, maybe by some organizations or some NGOs. Then presents. Presents, for example, at the end of the year, we normally have our prize giving day. So the best pupils are normally given money. That is money earned as a result of presents at the end of the year. Profits. Profits is money that we earn when we do sales. After selling something, when you get an extra money on top, we call it profits. Profits you can get daily, or you can work it out weekly, or if possible, you can work it monthly. Then pension, we have what we call pension. Most people who work, we work for a given year. There is a given maximum age that when we reach, then we have to retire. So after retirement, the government still feel or see us to be work. So they still continue to give us money after our retirement. That money that we get is what we call pension. Then we have borrowing. How many people ask for money during break time? Help me with 5 bob. I'll give you tomorrow. So when somebody gives you money, you have borrowed. You will have to return it. We can also do borrowing from banks or other financial organizations. Now, we have come to the end of our lessons. But as good boys and good girls, teacher will have to give you some work to do at home. I want to give you some homework. So the homework will be from primary maths. Page 128. How many do you want? No, 5 is little. Let me give you 10. So you have to do in the morning. Priscilla, please may I find the exercise books on my desk. Otherwise, that is the end of our lesson. Let's meet during the next lesson. Thank you so much.